Welcome all to Mechelen once more, and welcome to the world of driving. It is the FEI Driving World Cup, and we are building towards the crescendo because this is the seventh of the 8 legs of the season. The final ever closer in Bordeaux in February, and I think it's fair to say this has been a season for the ages. An absolute classic. Welcome indoors, welcome to Mechelen. We've enjoyed already the Dressage World Cup, the driving next, and this is the precursor, the opening drive that has set the order for the points-paying round tomorrow night. The 7th of the 8 legs so far, and as I say, it has been one of the best years in my memory for the FEI Driving World Cup. Because although if you looked at the overall standings at the moment, it perhaps looks like it has done in the past, Boyd itself is leading the way. He hasn't had it all his own way this year. Dries de Griek from Belgium has managed to pick up 2 wins, including beating Boyd. There is your points table. Dries has beaten Boyd twice this year. And Ijsbrand Chardon, winner in London just a week ago. Boyd beaten back that day as well. So Boyd actually isn't here. Of course, they rotate through the course of the season. But Dries de Griek is here, as is Bram Chardon, the current reigning World Cup holder. And, it should be a fascinating battle. We've got 3 for the hosts. Of course, their man who's been having such a season will want to try and win at home. Johan Jacobs sets this course. The marathon obstacles and the bridge included 11 different cones. As we know, it's 4 seconds added. The opening drive will see the top 3 go forward into the drive-off today. And those are the all-important tennis balls. You leave where they stand. What you do not want to do is dislodge any of them anywhere, because the moment you do, there's 4 seconds to add. Well, currently the drivers are out there learning their own game of snakes, because they're going to be snaking their way in and out of the different obstacles. Glenn Geertz is going to go first. In the start list today, the world number 8, Belgium kicking things off with Tom Stockmann's first and second out for Belgium. Jerome Voutaz, who was in tremendous form in Geneva, Georg Runstein, the German driver, Bram Chardon, the defending world champion, Dries de Griek, and Kusteronde, who has also been having quite a good year, although he sits down in 6th in the overall standings. I think his consistency this year, he just 1 or 2 little things go a little bit different, and suddenly he is at the party as well. Well, the final touch has just been put to the course. We are getting ever closer. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. Of course, the navigators have got to learn it too. But all the twists and turns, left, right, and the way that you have to hook yourselves in and out and round and back. Well, there is the team in green. It's the 3rd World Cup triumph when he beat Boyd in Bordeaux this year. We got there. It's always hard to see them under the lights. As I say, it's been quite some year. Dries de Griek, who won in Lyon, won in Stockholm. We saw Boyd winning in Maastricht, Stuttgart and Geneva. And then it was Ijsbrand that won last time out in London. Mechelen this week, then we're on to Leipzig at the beginning of January. Or we know who exactly is going to the final this year. Top 15 drivers in the world qualifying for the season. I'm going to close the course. Put the bridge both ways across the middle. Of course, the event tomorrow, the final of the FEI Dressage. We've just done Dressage. Let's try driving. Driving World Cup here in Mechelen. We'll close the show out as it's traditionally the big class on the final night, which of course is Monday night. the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup tomorrow. We've got the ponies as well, the final of that tomorrow. I mean, huge Monday of sport for you to enjoy, but then the driving will wrap it all up tomorrow night. Well, under the lights, I'm surprised they can see where they're going when they're out there walking. The marathon gates coming up at 6 and at 9. We've got the bridge both ways at 3 and 10. Top 3 drivers going forward. And they will tonight reset to 0 and compete against the whole course again. So nothing changing in terms of what goes on in that second drive off. I love that shot with all the little lights. You can't see the people. It's absolutely packed, but it's I mean, you can see why they call it the Christmas arena, can't you? It really does keep the Christmas feel alive being here in Mechelen. No better place for any of us to be. Being down on the floor, headsets to keep them incommunicado with the judges up in the gantry. As you can see, the first of the gates, red on the right, white on the left, A first. I mean, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. That's how it works. This arena, I always find this arena to be quite a long arena. Maybe isn't always the most, it isn't the widest of arenas, it's different. Again, one of the great things, of course, every arena is slightly different. When you consider the likes of Geneva or Stuttgart, those massive open spaces, which are almost like outdoor arenas indoors. Both of those also including water features as well, with splashes for them to go through. And you have the differences when you come to the likes of here in Mechelen, London, smaller arena of Maastricht. Of course, Lyon's another very, very big arena. Well, a little bit of thunder. Or is it lightning? Either way, it's AC/DC. That's what I can hear. I do like a little bit of AC/DC. Right, let's get set to welcome the teams. Because here we go, we're off to the races in Mechelen. Here's the man that'll kick us off. Ring Yates. What's going to start the drive? What is he able to do from the off? A lot of support for the home drivers, as you would anticipate. Well, the music's going to get pumping. Here we go then. Figura Uno, Idea, Valentino. And of course, out there as well is Zeus. We can have a little look at this course as it begins to unfold. Coming back to the bridge from 1 to 2 to 3. 3 is on, and then 4 is tucked in right up against the edge of the marathon gates. Five, the double of cones down the long side. It's a podium finisher at the World Cup final. This man has won many a medal at championships. Now, here we go. The twists and turns. So that's C. Now he's got to hook back into this middle. There's D. Team working well at the moment. He's got a nice little rhythm to his way of going. That is E. And then he's got a swing in here. That is F. too bad. I think he's be quite pleased with the way it's gone at the moment. Glenn is a big favourite here at home. He's swinging round. He was on the end. And now we go back into the second set of marathon obstacles. That is A. Now you've got to come all the way around. Here we go. I mean, literally B is next to A, but you have to do a full 360 to get back there. Then you turn on yourself, tight, 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 getting the leaders in neat and tidily through C. Back up from the bottom end here to go through D. Then pop out the top, hook back round to the right, that is E. And then a quick left-hand wiggle to get through F. The marathon obstacles today allowing for quite a bit of movement in terms of allowing the momentum to be kept up. I think we're going to see some quite fast driving as they build in confidence. But at the moment, Glenn Geertz can do no more than he is doing because he is still clear as he races to the line. And the first thing you need in this sport is to be quick. The second thing you need is to be accurate, and that means to ensure you do not pick up penalties because they really work against you. I'm not sure we got the right photo, but we've definitely got the right time. 131.75 for Glenn Geertz. Belgium setting things up nicely, and I guess I'd be a little disappointed if one of the three of the Belgian drivers doesn't get into this drive-off. I'm hoping maybe there might be more. We will see. But I think that wasn't a bad start from Glenn. The team looking good. He's driven this year in Maastricht, Stuttgart and Stockholm. Right, on we go to Tom. Tom Stockmans, another for Belgium. Joining in the mix and joining in the fun. Driving to day with Winalot, with Favorit Florian, with Jim, and with Allegro van der Sappe. Just been a little bit more conservative, and he's already picked up those 12 seconds to add. You can sometimes, and we've seen it this season, I mean, Boyd managed to pull one out of the bag in Stuttgart this year when he still won, even 4 seconds added on, but you are struggling once you start to pick up penalties. It is possible, 4 is just about overcomable with a little bit of magic outside of your error, but once you start getting into the 8s, 12s and beyond, you're doing a lot of damage to your final position in the round. But we're weaving our way in and out at the moment and just learning with every single drive, of course, wherever this is his real chance today to put himself in a stronger position for the final tomorrow. Team on the back, leaning in, navigator in the middle, just giving instruction. They've tapped out at 8 as well. So into 9. I love this, the fact you go in and then you have to come all the way back round on yourself. There's definitely an inside turn there though to come into B. And I think we'll see that. If you want to sneak through what the gate is at E, you can use the gates in any order you want as long as you go through them in the order that they're set up. However you get back to them is up to you. And occasionally you'll start to see the drivers suddenly working out a slightly better or different route. Needing that acceleration, needing that power. You need your leaders to send you on the way, but you need your wheelers to really have the pulling power, the engine part of the team. Well, 20 seconds will get added on. 163.06 is where we finish. His time of 143.06 was 12 seconds 11 seconds, maybe a better way of putting it, just over 11 seconds behind Glenn Geert. Glenn, of course, with a lot more experience with these indoor driving events than Tom Stockman's, but great to see Tom here with us. Looking good as well. The total score of 163.06. So, doesn't take much of a nudge. I mean, but there's not much room when you look at the vehicles as they go through the gaps. You'll see that it is just a centimetre or so either side. A little bit left or a little bit right. Never mind driving a team of 4 horses and your vehicle through the gap. Well, now to the team in red. The Swiss star, Jerome Vitaz, world number 4, and again. Here we go, he's had a great run, he certainly enjoyed himself at home. Up 4 as he comes in to the twists and turns, but he's been having a great run this year. He's sitting in equal 4th place on the league table, having picked up big scores for 2nd in Lyon and in Stuttgart. He's a 2nd down at the moment. Now we come back into the 2nd set of marathons. Here we go. Oh no, he's certainly going to pick up 4 more there because he gave the obstacle a real nudge on the right hand side as he see the step man on the back getting ready to hop and move things over. Just a little bit of enthusiasm. Slightly over enthusiastic leaders at points. Up and down the bridge for the 2nd time. 8 seconds though is maybe a bit too much of a handicap. We will see, because the clock ticks away and 131.75 is the time to beat, and I get the feeling, how did he do that? 131.75 was his time. I mean, with 8 seconds to add, of course, it becomes 139.75, but I want you all to appreciate what Jerome and Glenn have done. They have driven all of these different twists, turns, obstacles, ups and downs over 2 minutes flat out, and they've gone round with it to the same time within 100th of a second. I mean, both of them 131.75 when they cross the line. Yes, Jerome's time changes with the 8 seconds to add, but I just find that quite incredible. Well, shows you just what the penalties cost you in this sport and why it is so important to keep your driving clean and tidy. Also shows you just why this year in the world of the FEI Driving World Cup we are having one of, if not the best seasons ever, because it is so close between all of the drivers. Right, staying in the world's top 10, George von Steen. George, up next, Germany's chance. Playboy, Leo Bella, Desperado and Kappa. Manuela and Rene both on the back. He's had a busy season. Leon Maastricht. There's a wild card in Stuttgart, and also we saw him in Geneva. Drifting around on the corner. Ooh, a little bit of confusion. Just make a little bit of an adjustment with the reins. Now we come halfway round. You're Steen. Keeping it clean and tidy. And look at that time difference. Absolutely minimal. Plus 0.13. So 1/10 of a second. It is so tight, this sport. We are enjoying some of the best driving here on the FEI Driving World Cup. Now into the rollback. Rolling round you go. Really good momentum in this second set of obstacles. The marathon gates, though, early stages now for the twist and turn. It really is going down a whirlpool at points, the way you just sort of like ever decreasing circles. Oh, just having to work a little bit harder there, and he lost a little bit of momentum. He is still keeping it clean. One of his best drives of the season so far. He hasn't picked up any penalties at the moment, but we're not quite home yet. There's going to be one more gate he's got to negotiate. 1:31.75. It's going to be awfully tight. What he really doesn't need now is a penalty. And he flies to the line. Oh, he has picked up a penalty right at the end as well. His time of 135.08. 4 seconds added. 139.08 has got him up into second place. I mean, full marks to Georges, because it means that he ends up 6/10, or just under 6/10 of a second faster than Jerome, and that will show you what, you know, the cost of penalties were for Jerome. So it makes all the difference, doesn't it? Georges Steen staying ahead of Jerome Dutaz. Playing Geertz, though, knows that there are still 3 to go, and they're the 3 in-form drivers, one would perhaps think. But Glenn only needs to beat one of the 3 to get into the drive-off, because the top 3 will be decided in the drive-off. Reigning holder of the FEI Driving World Cup title in Bordeaux. World number 4 with a beautiful... I'm sure Bram will love that. It's a picture of Boyd Excel. And of course that he beat for the World Cup title. But Boyd's got 10 wins. Either way, this is time for our very green flying machine and this wonderful team of greys out in front of him. Fabry Faro, and Savannah Mara, and Solari Caprola Semaphore. Leanne and Hewitt on the back, making an incredible team. This is a man that is looking still bizarrely at his first win of this season on the World Cup circuit. Well, he's got 4 seconds to add already, but you can see just visually how fast these horses are and the momentum he's able to keep up. Look at this, cantering in on the turn, managing to turn the leaders back. Constantly talking. Little tweaks of the rein here and there. Brilliant bit of work on the back step as well there from Owen. He's keeping it to just the 4 seconds as it stands. One end to the other. Now we're heading towards the second set of marathon obstacles. In we go, and now for the rollback.
Dan moet je niet lang twijfelen, dan moet je voorwaarts rijden. Galopperen, achter de paarden, trekken de koets. De voorbaan wordt gestuurd door de renner. Prachtige bewegingen.
I can't help but think he is faster than all of them we've seen so far. What difference the 4 seconds makes, maybe what comes back to haunt him in a little while. But he's kept the rest pretty tidy for what has been a very quick out when he gets to the marathon obstacles now, gets them up and over the bridge, just allowing the horses to gallop and run. 131.75 is the time he has to beat, which means he needs to be over the finish line in around about 126, 127 seconds, and it's going to be awfully tight. Has he done it? Yes, he has. 127.60. Not seen it this tight. Well, we have, but look at this. 127.60 becomes 131.60, which, you know, the leading time's 131.75. That's 0.15 of a second between Glenn Geert and Bram Chardon. Okay, Bram had 4 seconds added in, which was otherwise he'd have been much faster, but every single turn of that wheel, or those 4 wheels, every single stride of those horses makes a difference how quick it can be. But Bram knows he's qualified for the drive-off on day 1, so he'll be very happy with that. And he's the sort of driver as well. I mean, I'm not going to say they all don't get a little bit quicker as it goes, but Bram is certainly one that will build and build. Now we move on to the man of the year, really, in a lot of respects. Dries de Rijk on the World Cup circuit, the world number 2, has been pushing the world number 1 harder than I think he's been pushed in quite some time, and it is full marks to Dries. Took the win in Lyon. He wasn't with us in Maastricht or Stuttgart. He came back and, of course, he won in Stockholm, where he beat Boyd. Boyd, though, did finish ahead of him last week because he was 3rd in London. But what can he do here today? On home soil with Frederick, Jane, Leon, Kane, B and Big Star, Tara and Kim on the back. Just look at those wheelers. Look how fast they're pulling. The power. This is real horsepower.
De achterpaarden trekken de kar. En dit gaat allemaal in 1 hand omdraaien. Een klepper van formaat. Dries de Rijk. Vorig jaar heel snelle marathon op de WK.
Just having to do a little bit of work on the back step just to hop the vehicle to the left. Moving through F. Now he's out. Now he's off. Now he can use that power again. Leaders, though, seem to have a real instinct for the direction of turn. Great communication between Dries and his team as he goes into the second set of marathon obstacles. Biggest advantage at the moment as well. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon, but he's still on 0 when it comes to the score. He hasn't picked up a penalty as of yet. Straight away gives him a 4-second head start over Bram Chardon, who leads at the moment. This is brilliant from Dries de Rijk on home soil here in Mechelen, wanting to put on a display for this amazing crowd. What is the home man, hometown hero able to do? Wow. Wow. 123. There's me talking about tenths of a second. And at 4 seconds faster than Bram went round the corner. He is having some year. I'll tell you one thing. When this series lands in Bordeaux in February for the World Cup final, I think it'll be probably the best final we ever see, when they all know there is no second chance. The way this man is driving this year, he is on target. World number 2 is certainly giving the world number 1 something to look over his shoulder for. And every time he's not there, it's this man, even when he is there, let's be fair, that seems to find his way to the top. Well, Dries de Greek leads the way. Bram Chardon, those are the 2 we know that are qualified for the drive-off. And as good a drive as that was, things can easily go wrong. I love that. That is brilliant. Somebody go and take that young man down to the collector ring and say, come and meet this man. It's Kuster Honda. He's got his own support team in the house. Kuster's had another very good year, the world number 6. The Dutchman, say he's just been a bit unlucky in 1 or 2 places that have sort of really counted against him. Of course, he's driving here with QB Master Zenta, Favourite Allegro Futa, and Edgar Marie, and that on the back. Right. It's a battle between Kuster Honda and Glenn Geertz, really, because at the moment, where you finish in this drive is not as important as getting in just to the top 3, because the top 3 will be again. Look at that for a bit of drifting.
De clubtijd 123-12. De time to beat 123. And here comes Kane.
Okay, so picking up the pace once again. Using the power and the acceleration. Go back into the obstacles again. Yeah, nice and clean and tidy at the moment. He's through C. That's D. The up and down is E. E. Was he picked up 4? Has he given it a nudge? I think yes, he has. And 4 seconds. You heard the crowd give a shout. So 4 to add. 123.12. Back over the bridge for the final time. With 1 more set of gates to go. It's a double of cone. Could have come up on the run for the finish line. But at the moment, he's looking like he should be able to get himself into the top 3, maybe. Yes, he will. Closer than I thought he would be. 127.62 was his time as he crossed the line. So I'm back to talking about small margins, because that is only 2 100ths of a second slower than Bram, which means somehow he has squeezed his time into a gap that was only 1.15 of a second between Bram and Glenn. By 200ths of a second, Goose is slower than Bram, and it's Goose, not Glenn, that goes through. Hopefully I haven't confused you completely, but basically what I'm trying to tell you is it's so tight between 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, it's unbelievable. But what is also quite unbelievable is our leader is the man that is out in front, as tight as all that is. The man that's out in front is out in front on 123.12 versus next time the penalty is 131.60. Dries de Greek is charging his way towards maybe a big moment at home. Of all the ones you'll want, it's the one here in Belgium. 3 go through the drive-off. Dries de Greek, Bram Chardon and Kuster Honda. They will reset to 0, so anything can happen. And it means that the order for tomorrow is also set. Tom Scotland's finishing in 7th will go first. Because in 4th place, Glenn Geertz. I mean, there's just nothing there, is there, between them? Look how tight. That's what I'm talking about. Greg Bourne's team go really well for it. Wouldn't be for those 4 seconds. He could have been in. Just that's the way it works out. Greg Bourne's another. Hadn't been for seconds added. Could have perhaps been up there as well. Well, what a day. Current standings after the first competition see Dries de Greek leading the way. I don't expect him to be leading the way in terms of the overall points table as well after tomorrow. We will see what happens there. Well, we're going to take a little pause because inevitably there's a little bit of work to go on down on the arena floor. Also, they're allowed a little bit of a breather, and then we do it all again. But just 3 this time. They will start from 0. It's going to be the drive-off on day 1. I've got 3. Wins goes last, and the points paying round tomorrow night. Here, the FEI Driving World Cup at Jumping Mechelen.
Jumping Mechelen 2024. Een hele organisatie om hier de 5 besten geselecteerd te krijgen. En Mechelen, genereus organisatie, had alle Belgen gewonnen aan de start. Glenn Geerts, Tom Stokmans en Dries de Vriek vormen het Belgische aanvaker. En ze hebben in het outdoorseizoen 5 keer in landenprijzen op het podium gestaan. Daardoor zijn ze hier vandaag en morgen present, omdat 4 sport ook een discipline is die door Paardensport Vlaanderen gepromoot en gesteund wordt, dankzij Sport Vlaanderen. Lotto is er voor de eerste keer bij, dames en heren. En u ziet de balletjes op de kegels. Die hebben allemaal een nummertje, net zoals de lottoballen. En als die vallen, kan er over winst en verlies gediscuteerd worden. Ieder balletje, iedere kegel is 4 seconden extra. Dit parcours bestaat uit 11 hindernissen, 1 brug die 2 maal gereden wordt, 2 boxers en 2 marathonhindernissen. Gebouwd door Johan Jacobs, de internationale parcoursbouwer, die hier dan ook door de FEI en de organisatie aangesteld werd. Zo, dit allemaal om u te vertellen dat we stilaan naar de finale gaan. De barrage in deze FEI World Cup Driving Warm-up in Mechelen. Bent u er klaar voor?
The lights come up, which means we must be ready to go again. course remains the same, which is always a nice thing because it means not only do the drivers obviously get another chance to learn it as they look to tomorrow, but also means we get to compare alike on times. 2 for the Netherlands, 1 for Belgium. To remind you, Kusteronde, then Bram Chardon, and then Dies de Griek. Koos, who was only 0.02 of a second slower than Bram. All it came down to at the end of it. Both he and Bram also had 4 seconds added in. They really can't afford that if they're going to put Dries under any sort of pressure. Here we go. It is the drive off for the opening day, an opening competition in Mechelen. Down. Now, to pick up that level of control that he needed to go round to the right for back up towards the double cones on the top side. Swiftly through there. Now really pushing hard on the way into the first of the marathon obstacles. Never even touched the brakes. And very quick the way they've been laid out here. Lovely little bit of drifting. He comes back through E out of the way. Now through E. Just snake a little bit to get himself lined up. That is it. It's all over at the opening set of marathon obstacles, but 8 seconds is a big penalty to come back from for Kusteronde. The second set of the marathon obstacles, he won't want to add to the 8 that he's already got. Round the corner on that big long looping rollback through B. Tight turn back into C. Pop out and pop in again at D. That's E. And then you've got to get all the way over to the top side. And this is F coming up now for the leaders, and through they go, and on they go. It's a straightforward full-on gallop to the finish now. Yes, there's going to be 8 seconds to add, but can he get round faster than he did in terms of the 1:27.62 that he did in the opening drive? It's going to be awfully tight. I would think he might just be a fraction faster as he goes to the line and crosses the clock. Stops at 125.98, so yes, he is a second or so faster, but overall 133.98 because of the 8 seconds added on. Getting much closer in terms of the time of Dies de Griek's clear. So picking up the pace, but you would expect Dries to be quicker too.
De titelverdediger van de FEI World Cup Indoor.
Right, here we go. This could be a challenge to Dries. He is still looking to try and win one this season in the 24-25 World Cup series. Is that about to happen here on day one for the driving in Mechelen? Bram Chardon, the reigning holder of the FEI Driving World Cup, chasing first and foremost 133.98. He'll know he'll need to be an awful lot quicker than he went in the opening drive if he's going to hold off Dries, who's yet to come. Frustratingly for him, he's picked up 4 again. Look at that for a bit of drifting. be rhythm to the way these horses are pulling through the gates and now on and out. Now the bell's gone, there is a stop on course, which means there needs to be an adjustment made. They'll restart things when the team on the floor are happy that the course is back in its original position. You won't lose any time, but it is one of those moments. I mean, the drivers are used to it, but they are the moments where the drivers just have to be able to sort of keep that composure. Going to want to pick up a decent amount of pace before he gets to that arm, because once that arm drops, the clock starts once more. Right, off we go, and the clock is running. Second set of obstacles. Barely leaving a feather's width between post and wheel. Just with the 4 seconds to add though. And keeping himself with a 4-second buffer to Kusteronda. It's the big long run to the finish. Difficult to judge in terms of the time there, 1:31.95, so 1:35.94. He ends up both, of course, on that 4 seconds. Actually, Kusari had 8 seconds, didn't he? Added on. Around just the 4 seconds, he's put him behind Kusteronda. Bram Chardon. More to go. Still Kusteronda leading. He's either going to win it or come second. But in that opening drive tomorrow, Bram Chardon will be the first of the final 3 to go. It'll be Tom Stockman, Jérôme Vitals, Georges Lantin, Glenn Geertz, Bram Chardon. But where will this man feature? So we're under starters orders for the last to go in the opening drive of this FEI Driving World Cup. Points given out in the round tomorrow night. Who will start in pole position? Could it be the man of the season so far? Dries de Griek off and running. Try to beat 1:33.98. He's certainly got that more than within him. His opening drive time of 123.12 stood as a clear. His team of horses really listening to him. Then it's the way that not only can they keep the momentum, but it's that acceleration, the fitness that they have to be able to power their way forward. Dipping back into E. You just needed to ask them to go a little there. There's the split time and all from here. It's 8 seconds faster. At the moment he could have pick up 2 lots of penalties. That would be 8 seconds, and he'd still be faster than we've seen so far. Brilliant. Look at that turn. He's so clever. Just like any equestrian sport, it's about collection and extension. 1 minute you're collecting them up to make tight turns, then you're saying you need all the extension, you need the ground cover, you need the power, you need the pace. 133.98 surely is going to fall to one side, because here in Belgium, the man who's been having his season of seasons has won on the opening night, gone quicker than he went the previous round on the earlier drive. Degree 121.02. And that's still 5 seconds faster than Custeronda went. And then you can add on the additional seconds that he picked up. Well, they're on their feet for him, and so they should be. What a talent, the world number 2 is able to do some brilliant stuff behind the reins here indoors. Brilliant driving from start to finish, really was. There is only one winner, and he's won it by a mile. It's important that the team behind him as well, the step person and the brake person, stroke navigator, all working in unity. Well, there's a smile that'll stay for at least 24 hours. So Dries de Greek wins on day 1. Custeronda is second. Bram Chardon is third. Glenn Geertz taking fourth. Well, there's the times and there's the order. Look at the dominance from Dries here at home in Belgium. Custeronda, Bram Chardon, then Glenn Geertz, Georges Montine, Jerome Guitard, and Tom Stockton. Well, they'll come back in reverse order tomorrow. Tom will be first out, Jerome, then George, Glenn, Bram, Kuss and Dries. Final tomorrow night. We'll wrap up Mechelen. Of course, a lot to come between now and then with the London FEI Jumping World Cup here tomorrow, the FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy, the final of that. But today is certainly left my mouth watering for more from the world of driving. Dries de Greek is looking to try and push himself back on top of the overall standings. His team just working every single stride as a team. Had a little look down there, but he knew he was safe. Well, presentation's coming our way in a moment or two. I'm looking forward to seeing Hetman take the award here at home in Mechelen. Just a couple of minutes and we'll be underway. Presentation time on the opening day of the FEI Driving World Cup. First competition led in by your winner. The home nation, Bristol, wins with the team and get the advantage of being last to go this season. Well done. The team he has around him, Tara Wilkinson there and Kim Van Holder. Four quite phenomenal horses with Grace, Frederick Jane, Leon, Kane B and Big Star. Sitting in second, Kus Daronda. He's going to win one soon, I'm sure. He's been so close this season. He's well done to this man though. It is time for the national anthem, of course, on behalf of our winning nation. Great today, because of course it's Belgium. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow, but it would be, with the form he's in, hard to bet against him really, wouldn't it? Well done, this presentation of awards being made by our dignitaries. I don't know that I'd leave it on the vehicle. I think for safer keeping, best to say if we hand that back and collect it later. Well done. Second place, Kus Daronda, of course the Dutch. With plenty of support here as well. Second and third here this afternoon. Well done, Kus Daronda. Even if he'd been clear, he'd still have had to find nearly 5 seconds, let's say, to catch up with Dries. Well done, Bram Chardon, the holder of the FEI Driving World Cup title. Dutch driver in the top 3. Well, tomorrow is a different day. It all starts again afresh from zero. All 7 teams starting out in the opening round, with 3 more then going in to that final drive-off. And the winner then will see the points paid out on the overall league standings for this penultimate leg of the qualifying season. And what a season it has been. From France to the Netherlands to Germany to Sweden to Switzerland, Great Britain, now here in Belgium. There's still another trip to Germany to come before we all head to France for the final. A final that just continues to look more and more exciting, because with the season we're having, it is certainly one for the ages. Well done today. Can he make it the double and win the one he truly wants, which is the Mechelen win tomorrow? We will see. I hope you will too, live here on FEI TV. We'll bring you that tomorrow night. Before then, we'll bring you the FEI Jumping World Cup, the Launching World Cup round here tomorrow afternoon. Of course, it's a Monday afternoon. Also got ponies tomorrow morning with the FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy final. And so, of course, across the platform, you will find the big jumping tonight and the other class tomorrow as well. We do not stop the live coverage. We are making sure you see every stride. You're very welcome to continue along the ride with us. I hope you do. Well done. We'll catch up again a little bit later. Enjoy the lap of honour, perhaps a little bit of showboating.
of special moments.